Hello and welcome to another Zwift racing video. This is the Evo CC race series and it is 2 laps of the Beach Island loop in Watopia. I'd hoped to do the stage 5 of the Race the World series again today, but I just didn't get a chance with work. It was just too busy at a lunch break, so I didn't get a chance to do one. My last day of work for a while, I've got some leave coming up, so I had to kind of tidy up some loose ends, and then that meant I was kind of hoping as well that maybe I could get onto the, I think there was a race at 5:10. And I was hoping to maybe finish in time to get onto that, but I just had to kind of tidy up some stuff before finishing. So this was like the next available race that was had decent enough numbers in it, so I jumped into this, and it was pretty good fun to do. So pretty glad I managed to find this one. I don't know the course like that well, but I did remember that there was this gravel climb bit in it. So I thought this would be a point where things would get shaken up a bit, and I figured that why not like take the ball by the horns and have a go at kind of shaking it up myself a bit. So put in an attack on this, and it does kind of, I think, get strung out a little bit, but it doesn't kind of get broken up too much. There's a guy who comes with me, who's behind me now at Treadwell. He kind of follows and joins on. I don't think either of us were kind of interested in trying to like really make a kind of a proper break at this point. We're just kind of seeing what we can do to thin things out a little bit. So I'm pushing on here, and then he kind of follows on and joins on with me, but it takes him a little while to kind of join on with me. I'm guessing he kind of saw that I wasn't pushing anymore, and so he's not pushing, and we just let the that gap kind of close down. So it's like, what was it, like 6 seconds, 7 seconds to the pack at this point. But they all just kind of coalesce around us again. So I don't know if we lost like many. I think we lose a couple from the back here. So not the most effective shake up really, but was still good fun to do, and it's worthwhile trying. So we're coming up to the gravel climb again for the second time, and I thought maybe there might be another push on this because people would have seen that I'd made an attack on the first time round, and there'd been comments about the race being a bit slow and uneventful, a bit boring. So yeah, there seemed like there'd be a kind of a chance for something to happen here, and sure enough, it kind of does happen. So I put another attack in here, and a few more kind of respond. They've got feathers, and they respond. You can see some orange numbers in the rider list on the side there, and I think we do lose a few off the group here. I think we managed to kind of split a few off. So I think we get down to about 11 or 12. So it kind of worked. It did a bit more this time. I'm guessing like people are maybe a bit kind of tired by this point, so it was a bit more effective. But it still doesn't like result in a kind of big break that we kind of push on. I kind of ease off the gas here, and so do these guys. And then the rest of the group, I mean, you can see that in the top map there's a bit of a kind of separation going on, but they come back around us kind of pretty quickly. I was feeling that one a little bit there, and I thought there was a chance I could have to kind of put in a bit of a dig because I don't want to fall off the back here myself. But yeah, I was feeling that at that point. And you can see like it's getting super bright in here. The sun was like really pouring in, getting super warm, and it's shining on the TV. I'm starting to find it kind of pretty hard to see what's going on at this point, and that has a bit of an effect in a second, a bit of an impact. So at this point, you can see there's a guy off the front there, and he makes a breakaway here, makes an attack, and it works. He does really good. He kind of gets a long way out in front, and I'm looking at the distance, thinking there's still quite a few kilometers to go. It's like 6 kilometers to go. It's a mostly kind of flat course. There's no way that him on his own is going to manage to make that stick. So I'm not kind of super worried at this point, but it turned out that he did make it stick, and I'll kind of get a bit confused in a bit. There's this guy off the front here, and I thought this was the guy. I thought that's the guy. It's not the guy. I thought this was the one that made the breakaway, and I'm finding it really hard to see my screen at this point, my TV. That the sun's pouring in the window, like making it really hard to see. So I can't see that on the mini map. I'm not seeing that like there's that guy off in the distance. So I'm thinking this is him, and I'm actually thinking at this point that he's probably regretting that. He's probably thinking that kind of came to nothing and just kind of burned a load of matches for no reason. But yeah, it wasn't him. The guy who made the breakaway at like the 6K mark he's still way off the front, and this is like someone else. So yeah, like big mistake by me. Like, unfortunate that I can't see the screen as well. Like, just makes it like I can see like the avatars, but I can't see like the mini map and the rider list. It's not on the rider list, that guy. So yeah, just a bit unfortunate. So now I'm just like getting ready for the sprint finish, thinking it's just going to be a kind of typical sprint finish. So try and get the heart rate down and recover as much as I can for it, and get a decent position. And I've got a draft, which is a kind of pretty good power up to have. So yeah, I'm thinking everything's kind of looking pretty good. I'm unaware that guy's like basically already won at this point. He's like 10 seconds ahead of us. Despite that, like, it was actually kind of a pretty good finish for me in terms of like execution. So I managed to get a decent position in the pack, and I managed to get a kind of pretty decent sprint for me. So I managed to go over 800 watts and hold it for quite a while, which I like often have trouble doing recently. So yeah, hit a power up and make a dig, and like you'll see in a second, like I'll get through this pack, and then it comes down to what I'm thinking is like a photo finish for first, second, and third. Yeah, I thought that was like us three, and then I can't really see the TV at this point, so I don't know what the result is. And I'll get off the bike and kind of head over to my computer to kind of try and I'm going to use my phone trying to see the results. And then when I see that T Dunkel was one, I realized, oh man, that was second that I was kind of vying for, and he beat us by like 9 seconds. So brilliant win by him. But I was pretty confused for a while. I didn't know what had gone on. But yeah, great win by him. Really good stuff, and still kind of pretty good for me in terms of like the sprint finish. I often like run out of gas on the sprint finish, and any sprint I do normally doesn't last very long, but I managed to do a kind of pretty decent sprint for me. So yeah, all like calamity aside, not too bad. Gonna have to come up with something to sort that light out, because it's just yeah, it's just difficult to see what's going on. So yeah, that's it. Like another race done. Good fun, and hopefully that means I'm like making progress on the endurance of being able to do that sprint at the end. Yeah, that's about the size of it. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next one.